Peace, love, and light. Get the Instagram going. All right, peace, love, and light. YouTube family, so powerful wellness collective family. I'm be talking both to the Instagram live as well as the YouTube live. And I hope that everyone is well. I hope everyone is thriving on this beautiful Tuesday. Get this set. There we go. It is Tuesday, November 21st, and today marks the first session of our Soul Powerful Pain Transmutation Tuesdays. Peace and love, everybody on Instagram. As you're coming in, let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing. Peace and love, Buddha, sending you love. So I won't be on today's live long because I do have a client shortly, but I did want to announce this new class that we have on Tuesday. So if you hear me talking about it and you want to be a part of it, DM me so you can get the link to join the class, or visit drmakita.com/soul to sign up for the Soul Powerful Wellness Collective. So today's class is called Pain Transmutation Tuesdays, okay? And this class is designed to help us to become present with our pain so that way we can actually transmute it and transcend it. Okay. And by definition, the word transmute means to change something, and not just to change it, but to change it completely. And the reason why this is so important is because so many of us are carrying around pain. Some of us are aware of the pain that we're carrying around, and some of us are not aware of the pain that we're carrying around. And the why this is harmful to us is because when we are carrying around pain, it's going to show up in our lives in different forms, right? When you're carrying around emotional pain, that's what we're talking about, emotional pain. So traumas, abandonment, embarrassment, letdown, disappointments, all different forms, infidelity, all different forms of emotional pain. When we are carrying around emotional pain, that has a negative effect on us mentally, physically, and spiritually. Mentally, carrying around that emotional pain is going to, one, on a subconscious level, make you operate in the world from a space of lack or unworthiness or fear. So that's going to impede upon your ability to really become all that you're meant to be. It's going to lead to anxiety. It's going to lead to depression. It's going to lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, ADHD, procrastination. So carrying around pain, emotional pain, is going to negatively impact your mental health. On a physical level, stored pain has been shown to show up in chronic illness. Most of the physical health conditions we have are because of a psychological origin. Most of the physical health conditions we have are because of a psychological origin. Let's say, for example, obesity. Maybe you are obese, you've been struggling with your weight because you are an emotional eater. Or maybe you are obese because your metabolism has been so wrecked by the chronic stress of the trauma and emotional pain you've been holding on to. Or maybe you got heart disease because you've always, you've been carrying some, or I can't remember what organ is connected to anger, but whether it's anger or sadness, this stuff, that energy that we hold down, we suppress, and we just leave in our bodies, it is going to disrupt the natural frequency of well-being. So it's going to show up as physical health issues. Now, on a spiritual level, when we have all these trapped emotions that we haven't processed, it's going to disconnect us from our soul, because our soul is vibrant, it's happy, it's full, it's confident, it's whole. But when we are denying certain aspects of our pain, we're cutting ourselves off. When we are too afraid to look at our pain, we are cutting ourselves off from very important aspects of who we are. And then, of course, if you're wanting to manifest this beautiful life, but you have these limiting beliefs due to painful experiences that are running in the background, you're not going to be able to manifest what you want. And if anything, you're going to continue to manifest negative situations that remind you of that pain, that remind your body of that pain. So it's so important for us to not carry around the pain anymore, not to put it in secret. Like it's time. And it's especially time right now. I heard Erin Lyons, she's a channeler, and she has this gift of being able to receive messages from the ether, channeling certain spirit guides. And she was speaking about 2024 being the year of the eight. 2 + 2 + 4 = 8. And 8 being a number that represents financial prosperity, but more importantly, it represents the infiniteness. It really emphasizes our power as creators. So your ability to manifest things will be enhanced greatly in 2024 because it is the year of the 8. Now, when I say manifest, doesn't necessarily mean all good things. Manifest just means thoughts to reality. So if you have negative thoughts running in your mind, you're going to manifest those things much faster. If you begin to master your mind and you begin to train yourself to think more positive thoughts, then you're going to manifest positivity much faster in 2024. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it. Let me know how you guys have been feeling, but I know that 2024 is going to be a beautiful year for me and my tribe, because we are doing the mental work to prepare for that. But there are many people, unfortunately, who aren't going to do the work to heal their pain, to heal their traumas, to master their minds, that they're going to get caught up in the matrix of the mess. But you don't have to be a part of that. You can be one of the people who's like, yo, 2024 was that year I've been waiting for my entire life. I finally had the breakthroughs. Financial abundance finally came. The physical health healing finally came. The love came, the how, like whatever you want. Because we have to remember, we have the power to create. We are creating all the time. Every thought that you think is putting out an energetic frequency into the universe, and you are receiving that back. Now, thank goodness we got people, spirits and energies protecting us from some of the things that we be thinking, right? And that things aren't manifesting immediately. But in 2024, things are going to manifest a lot faster. There's not going to be as much of a delay. So it's imperative that we take care of our mindset, and it's imperative that we cleanse our energy. This is what Erin was talking about in her video, was energetic hygiene and practicing energetic hygiene. So really understanding what type of energy you're working with, and noticing when you come out of that kind of flow state, that frequency of love, and you are now in fear and anxiety and lack and all those low vibrational feelings. You want to be able to notice that very quickly, understand why you're there, and then move yourself back into that higher vibration, because again, our manifestations are going to come a lot faster in 2024. So what we're going to be doing in tonight's class, or morning, whatever part of the world you were in Pain Transmutation Tuesday, is that we're going to go on an intimate journey with our pain. And this isn't the only time we're going to do this class, but you want to be here because it takes time. This is something that you have to continue to do. And I'm going to be there to guide, so that way you don't have to be afraid. Okay. But this is going to be a very intimate journey with our pain. Okay. But as we encounter that pain, I will guide us through interacting with it and then transmuting that pain. So that way, when we leave the session, we can leave the session feeling lighter because we've been able to change and transcend that pain. This is and then, once you do it with me, you can then go off and do it on your own. But this is a very important practice. We can no longer continue to ignore our pain, no matter what kind of pain it is, because it's going to show up mentally, physically, and spiritually. And now we know better. So now we can do better, because we all deserve a beautiful life. And the reason why the world is how it is right now, where we're observing all these genocides, and we're seeing all these these children in these terrible conditions is because we've been avoiding our pain for too long. We've been oppressing and suppressing our pain for too long. We've been turning the other cheek and looking away when others are in pain. And it's time for us to stop running from pain. It's time for us to stop operating as half a portion of who we are. We are whole beings. We are infinite. We are one with the universe. So we have a capacity to hold our pain. It is you. What are we running from? Today, we aren't going to run from our pain. We are going to sit there with it intimately, connect to it, and move it. We're going to hold space for ourselves and one another. So that way, we're no longer carrying around that heavy, dense energy, no longer having those wounds feed subconscious maladaptive thoughts. Whatever you want in life is possible. You just got to clean up your energy to make sure that you are at a vibrational frequency to be able to receive it. And more importantly, not just thinking about ourselves, but thinking about the world. Thinking about the world. When we start by cleaning up our own energy, we begin to bring more power to the light that's within ourselves. And the more people who come across that light, the more people who will benefit. So by you turning on your light, it's going to help others to turn on their light. By you being willing to look at your pain, you'll be better able to look at the pain of others and help them feel seen and help them out in their pain. It's a collective thing that we're doing. And everyone plays a very important role. If you're here and you're alive, then that means you have a very special role to play. And I can't imagine, there's certain pains that I know that you all have been through that are even hard to want to imagine someone going through. And still, you are worthy, and still you are valuable, and still there is something so powerful and special and needed within you. And the only one who can unlock that for the world is you. It's time for you to believe in yourself. It's time for you to finally let go of those stories of self-doubt, of unworthiness, of unlikability, of incompetency, of whatever. It's time to let it go. It's time to let that go. And I know that you might not know anything but that. But when we can come together and we can sit with our pain, and you can walk through that with me, and you can leave feeling okay, then you'll be able to do that in your own life. So when a circumstance comes up that tries to trigger an old version of you, you can say, you know what? It's going to be uncomfortable for me to be outside my comfort zone, but I've sat with my pain before. I know how to sit with my pain. I know how to endure it, and I know how to transmute it. Right? Yeah, I might be afraid to sing publicly, but I remember I sat with that pain in class, and I went through it. So this fear I'm having right now, speaking publicly, is kind of the same. Let me just see what's on the other side of it. Let me lean into the discomfort that I'm experiencing. Let me acknowledge the source of this discomfort being something that my younger self likely went through. And let me not let that stop me. And let me go through it anyways, just to see, just to be curious about what's on the other side. Okay. There is power, so much power, so much power within us. Okay. There is so, and I don't know everything. I know a very small little bit about what this universe existence has to offer. But what I do know is what happens when we approach our pain. What I do know is what liberation feels like. What I do know is what it feels like to sit with something that's uncomfortable and then to be proud when you get on the other side. That's what I do know. And fortunately for you, I do know how to guide you through this process. So you won't be out there alone. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in there. This is going to be on Tuesdays in the Soul Power Wellness Collective. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. East Africa time, which is 8 a.m. Pacific time. You're in California on the West Coast, and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Yes, yes. So I'm smiling now, okay, but we're gonna be crying tonight. Just be prepared. If you are coming, bring some tissues. I sent this out to the Discord group. I told them, bring your journal, maybe bring a picture of your younger self, bring some tissues, bring some crystals of love, of cleansing, of protection. Bring maybe a safety item that makes you feel so comfortable. But just come prepared. Come prepared. And if you're feeling nervous about it, come. And you should definitely come. Yes, yes, yes. I was doing a run through earlier and tears were definitely coming. I run through of the session earlier. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful evening or morning or whatever it is on your side of the world. But we're going to do something very powerful. And I hope to see all of you there. So if you aren't already a part of the Soul Power Wellness Collective, then you can visit drmakita.com/soul, that's SOL, to join the collective. If you join and you haven't gotten the link, then DM me on Instagram. I'm headed into a therapy session now, but I will check before group starts because group will be starting in an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, so I will make sure that I let you in, get you the link before we start group. So the group starts in an hour and 15 minutes. Hope to see you there. And just sending everybody peace and love. We have the space to hold capacity. Or we have the capacity to hold space for our pain. And that's what we're going to do today and each Tuesday. All right, so I encourage you all to go bravely and give yourself the freedom and liberation that you deserve. So that way your light can shine and we can just glisten in the light that you are, and we can all live in peace and harmony. All right. Sending everybody peace, love, and light. Stay so powerful. Blessings.